Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Wolverines will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air. It's Aller. Flips it out in the flat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. This offense has it with really good field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pulls it in. It's McCulley. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Going to sling it on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Haynes. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Wolverines!
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. handoff from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness.
Turning on the Jets. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He's moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You can underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Klein. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Catch in the middle, it's McCulley. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's McCulley. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking to pass, it's Underwood. Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play, clock running. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Floating away. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. He's got it. 1st down and more. Touchdown, Michigan. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. And now on 2nd down for this offense. To throw, it's Aller. They're setting up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. He's loose. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's caught. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Using his legs to buy some time. At the 35, he's open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking downfield very late in the half. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to fire to the left. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Moore. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Pulls it in on the left. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Fires on the move. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks just, they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
And the Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Got room on the return.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Penn State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. He's going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only that.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
How hard is that as a linebacker when you're trying to cover a running back on that angle route who runs routes like that, right? He thought he was going to the flat. He was barreling towards the sideline, trying to knock that ball away, and all of a sudden, he gets crossed up, and that's just too easy giving up that first down.
Looking for room. It's Singleton. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Dropping back, it's Aller. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. Wide receiver comes.